Hello student, how are you? In our previous lecture we have done the study about material and a stress strain curve, and now in this lecture we are going to study the various mechanical properties of engineering material. The properties of material, mechanical properties of engineering material. So first we will start from strength. What did you know about strength? It's not your internal strength, it is the strength of material. What is strength? It is a mechanical property by virtue of which it resists the deformation. Means the more is the strength, more is the resistance towards the deforming force. Means if the strength of material is more, we are not able to deform it easily, we cannot destroy it, so it has more strength. So now come to the second mechanical property. Second mechanical property is elasticity. It is the property of a material by virtue of which we can deform it easily, but it regains its original shape and size just after removal of load. Means it just behaves like a rubber. If we stretch it, if we deform it and let it to be free, then it covers its deformation and it regain its shape and size, original shape and size. That is elasticity. Then plasticity. It's something like same as elasticity, but is something different. How it is different? In which way it is different? In elasticity, it regains its original shape and size, but in plasticity, it recovers the deformation, but not up to 100%. There is some permanent deformation remains even after the removal of load. So that property is known as plasticity. Then after plasticity, stiffness. And this stiffness is also known as rigidity. This is the property by virtue of which it absorbs the amount of deforming force. That is known as rigidity. Means more the rigidity in the material, it can absorb more deforming force without fracture. It will not fracture and it will deform, it will resist the deformation force. Then ductility and malleability. Ductility is the property of a material by virtue of which we can draw or we can deform it into wires, and the malleability is the property of material by virtue of which we can deform it into the thin sheets. Means we can easily deform the material which have more thickness into small thickness sheets, and the process like rolling and extrusion are the example of, rolling is the example of malleability, and extrusion and wire drawing are the example of ductility. Later on we will come to know what are the wire drawing, extrusion and rolling process. Further on in the coming lectures we are going to discuss. Then brittleness. What is brittleness? Means it doesn't mean that material is not hard. Of course material is hard, but it fails, it fractures without any deformations. Means when we apply a load on a material, it never deforms. It suddenly have a fracture or have a deformation without any percentage of deformation. We can deform a ductile material, a malleable material, a elastic material, a plastic material, but we cannot deform brittle material. It will fail, it will fracture, it will deform, but it never deform. Then toughness. What is toughness? Toughness is the property on account of which a material is able to withstand bending and torsion without fracture. What is bending? The bending is the force like this. If I want to bend this, then if the resistance is there, then it is more tougher. If it is less tougher, then it will bend easily. And what is torsion? If I am twisting, if I want to twist this material and if it easily twists itself, then it has a lower toughness. But if it has a adequate amount of toughness in it, then it is very hard to twist. We cannot twist it. Then hardness. What is hardness? Hardness is a property by virtue of which a material resists the external applied scratches, wear and penetration. Now I have two surfaces here. One is the surface of this whiteboard and the surface of wall, whichever is hard in between these two. Now this one is harder because there is no wear on the surface of this whiteboard and it is very tough to make a scratch on it. But if I want to scratch on the surface of wall, if I want to penetrate, if I want to wear, then it will easily wear. So that is the property known as hardness. If more hard material is available, then it is very hard to scratch it. It is very hard to penetrate it. We cannot penetrate, means we cannot even punch a nail on the hard material if it is hard. Then impact strength. What is impact strength? Means by impact, the ability of material to resist sudden applied load. Means suddenly I am applying the load and it is absorbing the load, and like this. If I want to deform suddenly, this is the sudden force. But if the material has a resistance, it will absorb the whole amount of deforming force. But what it is absorbing? The sudden load. That is the impact strength. And next is creep. What is creep? It is the continuous deformation. Like if I have kept some chemical or water inside a glass water, then it never deform. What you will say? Yes, of course it is going to deform, but in a long time. Let us keep in a safe custody. Then after some years, 2 years, 3 years, it will automatically break and the liquid will come out from the glass. So this deformation, this resistance against deformation is known as creep. If some material has more creep, then it will bear the constant stress for more time. The next property is fatigue. This is the property by virtue of which a material absorbs continuous applied deforming force, like this. Means regularly, if I am applying a continuous applied load, like on drum, if I applying continuous load on drum, so after some time it will going to break. But if the fatigue is more, then it will more durable. If fatigue is less, then it is less durable. It will break in a short span of life. If fatigue is more, then it has a more span of life, means it is more durable. Then these all are the mechanical properties of engineering material. Then in our next class we are going to start, first of all, manufacturing process, and then classification of manufacturing process. In manufacturing process, the set of combination of processes that are used to convert the raw material into finished good, into the usable form. And then after we will discuss the classification of manufacturing process. There are several ways we have classified the manufacturing process. So that's all for your second lecture. Okay, thank you.